What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Leah.
It's your boy, Sean.
And we are
The Sam.
So, today's episode, we're going to be talking about trust issues.
It's the smile. Trust issues.
Yay!
Let's talk about trust
It's
issues.
something that you guys have wanted us to talk about. It's
Yep.
something that is very common. More common than you would think.
Very common.
So, don't look at me. So, we are about to lay it all on the table for y'all.
Lay it all on the table.
Lay it out.
So basically what we're going to do is like talk about some of our insecurities when we were dating and some things that and how we dealt with them.
Right.
And some things that we're dealing with as married folk.
Yeah.
And how we're dealing with them as well. Trusting is such a special thing.
Such a delicate thing.
It's trust is the thing.
It's delicate.
To me, trust is like a sheet of paper.
It's good.
Like, it's cool. Like, once you crumbled it, you can never
Get it back
get it back straight 100% ever
Yeah.
again. So once you break that, I wouldn't say you're salt, but but like, you gotta work. You gotta work.
So, what we're going to do first, this is not going to be a somber video, guys.
No, it's
so
not.
we're good. But what we're going to do first is we're going to talk about some insecurities that we had in our dating stage. And things that we got over, I should say.
Yeah,
In our dating stage.
exactly.
So, you want me to go first?
You can go first.
So, I personally, when we were dating, or like when we first started talking, I guess, had insecurities with Sean, or thinking that Sean was going to leave me. Because of what I had experienced, of people just not talking, like stop talking to me, ghost me. You know when you get ghosted? I used to get ghosted. Okay.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. I mean, I can laugh about it now, but like getting ghosted,
Are you
I
ghosted, fam?
got ghosted. I don't know.
That man's ghosted you for real?
Like more than one, like ghosted.
Damn.
But like that was the thing. Like so then
How can
coming.
you ghost this? Okay, first of all, that was like the wrong effect. Like, what?
Anyways, so then coming into this relationship with Sean, I was just like, if this man leaves me, this is it. I am done. So yeah, that was a real thing for me. And how we got over that was obviously me telling him what I had experienced in the past and how that affected me. And obviously he could see how it affected me as well, in my communications with him, in our in and outs of our relationship. Like it was all in there. And that's the thing, like pause, that's the thing, your insecurities will run rampant if in your relationship if you don't fix it.
Yeah.
And they can't be the basis of a relationship. Like when we disagreed on something, I wouldn't stand up for myself. I would try to like coddle him and just be like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, whatever,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to trigger him to be like, forget this girl, you know what I mean? Which is terrible.
And then it gets frustrating for me because I'm just like, yo, what's your feeling?
Right. And as you
Like-
guys know, in previous episodes, Sean was very confrontational,
Like,
and I was not.
what do you feel? Like, what do you mean it's okay?
Wrong with you?
How's it okay? We just started 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's not okay. And she would
alright.
just, and it's like, again, it took time. She would just get in her, like, hide under a rock and just let the emotions pile up. And then she explodes eventually. But then at that time, I'm just like, oh, you still care about that?
Yeah.
Because it's like
he moved on a long time ago, and I'm sitting there like, like weeks gone.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So it's important that from initial stages that you guys talk about the insecurity. So my insecurity was not being good enough for Lee. And look how dumb we sound. Her insecurity was me leaving her, and my insecurity was me not being good enough. So where the hell were we going? Like we were our insecurities made us stick
together. Aww.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's
this is real life, guys.
Like my thing is just like me, like that was a main thing for me, is just like not being good enough, because I know, like, yo, I was looking at Lee, I'm like, oh, wow, like this person is special. Like I knew how special she was. I knew like the call on her life. I knew how gifted she was. I'm just like, yo, am I like good enough for her? Like, am I the right person? I mean, she would, people would say, and I'm like, yeah, man, you guys are perfect together. But to me, that wasn't good enough because of my past. And always feeling that, yo, man, like I always had to live up to past my expectations for people and for myself. So when I met Lee, I'm just like, okay, wow, I really found a great girl. Like, how do I maintain this? And then even in the smallest mess ups and the arguments, although again, look at it, and look at this too, like, I was very confrontational, but then at the same time, I'm still in a place where me being confrontational, after the confrontation, I'm just like, hope she doesn't leave me. Like, hope she doesn't. Yeah. Hope she sees my heart and sees like that I actually care. And I mean, for me, the way I had to get over that, the way I got over that was time helped, because after 2-3 years, I realized that she's really not going anywhere. But it's also me letting her know, like, and actually, to be honest, it was all Lee, because it's Lee always reassuring me that, yo, you're a great guy, man. Thank God for you. Like those little text messages in the morning. Like, I
used to message this guy every morning, like paragraphs.
Like, and thing is, like, I really believe God used her to like speak to me, because again, these insecurities that you have in your marriage is like insecurities that you take outside your marriage as well. And that is facts. So me not being good enough is something I felt in that season throughout my life, in everything I do, in my music, in my schooling, in whatever, if I was playing sports at that time or whatever I was doing, not feeling like, man, I'm just not good enough. Like, how comes I'm not good enough? Like, geez, like what more can I do? What am I doing wrong? But then it's those messages that she sent me like in the morning, and things that she would say, and was just like, yo, Sean, man, thank God for you. Like, you're perfect, and I never thought I would ever be with somebody. Like, she didn't say you're perfect. She's like, I never thought I would.
That's all that.
But there's like some really deep messages that she would send me that was just like, will take me back.
Really,
and be like,
trying to tug on the heartstrings.
Yeah,
you know?
tugging. It's my turn to talk, so I'm gonna tug.
But also for me, it was basically the same thing. Like, I had to hear out of his mouth, I'm not going anywhere. And he used to say it so much to the point where I wouldn't even have to, like, that conversation wouldn't even have to come up. Like, if something happened, like, for example, if we had a disagreement, he would just say it automatically, like, I'm not going anywhere. It's like, so don't think that.
Exactly.
He'd have to shut me down.
And that's wow. That, like, I think I did that subconsciously, because I've been saying it for so long, but I usually started that conversation like, I don't care what you say. I'm not going anywhere, so keep talking. Keep crying. All right, I'll wait. Are you done? Because I'm not going nowhere. And in that, as she's in her feelings, in the back of her mind, she's like, okay, wow, like, he's really not going anywhere. So that was in our dating stages. So her insecurity was me leaving her. Yeah. And my insecurity was me not being good enough. And the way we dealt with it, the way she reaffirmed me with like messages and things that she said to me, and me, for how I reaffirmed her was, Me always letting her know, like, yo, I'm not going nowhere no matter what. No matter what happens, I'm not going nowhere. So now we get to the now. Marriage.
Woo, y'all.
So I'm going to start.
All right.
Because I don't know what Leah's is. We talked about it briefly before we started this episode. And I was just like, don't go no further. Just like when we get on the mic, because we want it to be really raw and uncut for you guys. So we're just going to talk. So my insecurity was making sure that Leah is always 100%. Being a musician. Oh, by the way, guys, this is my company. Myself and my partner, Kurt Grange, Dream Universe. www.dreamuniversemusic.com for all your production needs. I just had to slide that in there for a commercial break. And shout out to Judy, our good friend Judy from J Designs. She made these sweaters for us. So bop. So find her. Her Instagram is right here. So yeah, get at her. So to say all of that, again, my profession is I am a musician producer. Being in this profession is not the easiest profession. And she knew that this was my passion, and she knew that this was my goal.
Yeah, I knew what it was going into this. I wasn't surprised.
So it's not like, so for people that are living the dream that made it already, like, congratulations, and we're so happy for you, and I rejoice with you. But for the ones that are coming up, they understand that, not every day is a guarantee what it is. Like, we talk about living in the moment. It's now where I'm a lot more wiser than I was before, where now I can plan things ahead of time and making sure that this is covered, that is covered, this is covered. So with that being said, one of my insecurities that, like, I'm continuously dealing with and continuously overcoming is making sure that my wife is good in all cases. Again, like, being a young couple, as a man, I can't go run to my parents and be like, hey mom, can I borrow this? Hey dad, can I borrow this?
Right.
I can't do that as a man. Like, I'm here to be the provider. That's God has ordained that on me. Like, she's not there. God didn't give her that. Like, God didn't give her that thing to be a provider. So all you women that are providing for your husbands, bless your heart. But that's not your call. Like, that's for the man. So that's one of the things that I'm continuously dealing with. And the way I'm overcoming that is just being ahead of the game, making sure that, I have all areas covered. It's when you get lazy and you get comfortable is when now you're just like, oh, oops, like, I think I missed this, I think I missed that. So me being ahead of the game is how I'm dealing with that, and it's working for me. Like, I haven't felt that insecurity like overcome me, because I know what that is, and I'm dealing with it right now. And every day I'm just like, okay, so we got this covered, and I continuously communicate with Leah and say, yo, okay, so this is what we're trying to do. This is the goal. Okay, that bill's covered by this. This bill's covered by that. Right. Oh, you want to get your hair done? Okay, I have it for this. You want to get your nails done? This is for that. And we just continuously talk about, like, okay, so next week book your appointment for your your hair, and I got you, and whatever. So it's a
real life conversation.
Like, as real that happened like this. Like this morning or yesterday. So, like, it's us continuously being, like, me being ahead and us communicating. So that reassures me that she's on the same page and I'm not dealing with it by myself.
You got so on me just now.
Yeah.
All right, my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And for Leah now, here we go.
Okay, guys, here's the thing. My insecurities now, here's the thing. I did not have these insecurities before we got married, like while we were dating. Don't try to stretch and put your head up. Hold on. I want to see it. We didn't have these insecurities before, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what grew and developed, but, one of my insecurities now that we are married is other women.
Thank you guys for watching today. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe. We'll
let me explain. And here's the thing. It's not that I don't trust Sean. It's not that anything has happened. It's not anything like that. But you know when your mind likes to play tricks with you?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Sean is very... People come to him as a confidant. Okay? Don't look at me. People come to him all the time. And you know what it's like when people come to somebody all the time, but you don't get no time with them?
No.
I am screaming. But you know what? Guys, it's something that I'm working on. Is something that I'm striving to get over. Because we've had situations. Okay? Not with him. God bless him. God bless him. Not with him. So don't start thinking those things. Other people have sent him things. That's where I've gotten. That's where I've had the issues. Okay? So it's not him. It's these ladies. That's all I gotta say. I'm working on it. The Lord is working on me.
Yeah, and
I don't want to have to fight nobody in 2020.
Can you stop this?
What?
And you guys asked for like uncut stuff. So
this is it.
This is what we're giving you guys. We have no shame in our game. But for me, like to like reaffirm her in that way too is one, being very open with her about every and everything. All thing, anything. All things is everything, anytime, anyway. and that's for me is like how I reaffirm her is just like, yo, I let her know like she's in everything. And it's not even in a way where like I'm afraid of anything or anything like that. No, it's just
Sean,
like,
afraid of me?
like,
What?
It's just more so like, yo, I want to make sure that she's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to make sure that she's 100% good, and that goes back to my insecurity, making sure that Leah's always good. Like, and you know, once, and it takes like I love that we have this relationship where we can just be open and honest with each other and just like, yo, Sean, I feel this way about this, because people think once you're married, like it just like, oh, yay, we're married.
Nah, he's like
it's very important. Like our relationship is very. I hope our relationship is like other people have relationship like ours where we can like legit talk about these things.
Yeah, I mean that had to grow though, but like that's how it's been. Like we tell each other everything, every little thing, literally. So if y'all think that he doesn't, because sometimes I'm concerned. Sometimes I feel like people don't think that we talk.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, we talk about everything.
Everything.
This is my best friend. Like I don't get
the role.
Like this is my niggas. Like so. I think like we make sure that I make sure that all grounds are covered, and I think that's what you like. It should, even if she didn't have that little thing, then I would still do it. It doesn't. It's not because of that why I do what I do. I just feel like it's important. Like this is your best friend. This is your partner. Like forever. You know what I mean? Like this is your. This is my everything. So she's gonna know everything. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not because she has that, but I guess me always being consistent like that helps her with that. And it's important that we deal with that and continue to deal with it, because again, having insecurities, it doesn't mean like you're any worse than anyone else.
There's no love lost.
It's real life.
Yeah.
Like people are walking around with, the people in the biggest positions in the world have insecurities.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
You know what I mean? But it's just like
some worse than ours.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's important that anybody that's dealing with their insecurities, within your marriage, within your relationship, with your friends, it doesn't have to be like with like you're courting or whatever, dealing with relationships, have that conversation. Always talk about it. Always talk about it. Always discuss
Communication.
Yeah,
guys.
Discuss it. It helps. It'll make you feel better on the inside. Trust me, because now that it's out in the air, now we're aware. Right. Because if she never ever told me that, and I'm just going around not thinking or anything, whatever, and then that will just salt everything. Because
suppose you knew and didn't care.
Exactly. But I mean it's different because we love each other, so it's like how can I not care when you
exactly. But I'm just hypothetical.
No, and that's what I'm saying, like you need to care. Everybody needs to care. Once somebody says this is the way I feel about something, then turn on your care. Like just turn it on and like help them get through that. Like
exactly.
Don't try and be superstar like, oh, you can get through this on your own. I can't. Like I need Leah to be her best, and she needs me to be my best, so that we can be our best. Right. Like, my name is Sean Samuels.
My name is Leah Samuels.
And we are
The Sands.